Why has gasoline been the issue of subsidy in Nigeria? Energy in this term is on transportation and also electricity generation. Our transportation sector is also dominated by gasoline-fired engines. And that is the reason why gasoline has become very, very topical. Subsidy on diesel in different parts of the world, in the United States, in India, and in Europe, is essentially to drive the mass transportation system and at the same time to provide subsidy for agricultural production. Because you provide diesel, diesel is the main fuel, for tractors and agricultural activities, and also for construction, for industry, and also for power generation. But the reverse is the case in Nigeria. When we take energy and we look at the basic two streams of energy, transportation and electricity generation, which have been the bane of Nigerian economy, anything that will result in the hike in the price of gasoline will naturally result as well in the hike of the prices, of electricity generation, since the bulk of electricity generated in the country, is done by mostly, especially in households, by gasoline engines. Auto gas is auto LPG, while natural vehicle gas are vehicles that run on CNG and LNG. Now, there's a difference. So when you use the word auto gas, you mean actually a vehicle that runs on liquefied petroleum gas. And then when you now use the word natural gas vehicles, NGVs, these are vehicles that run on LNG, liquefied natural gas, and CNG, compressed natural gas. They're quite different. Because suddenly, because everybody is now looking for an alternative to gasoline, 220 million Nigerians are now specialists, in natural gas, and everybody is talking about CNG. It's completely wrong, it's false, and it's very confusing. And that is why we need to educate people to provide the right information. Natural gas is what you call methane, CH4, basically. If from your sewage system, what you generate from refuse bin is nothing but natural gas, because it's natural. Now, but what happens in terms of, in the case of hydrocarbon is, natural gas is the one that comes out in the process of, searching for crude oil, either directly, that is non-associated gas, or associated with crude oil. Now, the thing with Nigeria is that every single oil well that you have in Nigeria, when you are drilling crude oil, it comes with natural gas. So the country is blessed with natural gas. So let's now take the molecule of natural gas to be able to explain the difference between LNG, CNG, and LPG. When you take the molecule of natural gas with the CH4, which essentially, natural gas contains about between 70 to 80% of methane with CH4. But there are other gases, that are associated. If you process further, you now get what you call liquefied natural gas. Liquefied natural gas is nothing but what you call lean gas, that is dried gas, that you now liquefied 600, you now compress 600 times its volume. That's why it's called liquefied natural gas. Because what we do is that we take natural gas and then compress and then reduce what do you call it, the carbon chains, at minus 162 degrees Celsius. Okay, it now becomes solid. So if you take LNG and you throw it, it's like a solid. It's like a block. You understand? So, but it's just called liquefied natural gas because when you now want to use it, you now have to use what's called a vaporizer to heat it, to bring it back from solid state into gaseous state. So basically, liquefied natural gas, it is gas that you have brought from gaseous state through liquid state down to solid state to be able to move it. You understand? Now, if you now want to produce compressed natural gas, you, instead of now, reducing it at a very, very low temperature, you leave it you just compress it. It now gives you what's called compressed natural gas. And finally, the liquefied petroleum gas that you use, which you call cooking gas, okay, is the one that is, stored in normal cylinders at, atmospheric pressure and so on and so forth. So what are the differences? LNG, liquefied natural gas, comes in solid state. If you want to use it, you have to vaporize it, you have to heat it up, to move it from that solid state into gaseous state. Compressed natural gas, you can use it directly, you understand, in your vehicle. And finally, liquefied petroleum gas, you can use it for cooking and also in your vehicle. So the entire gas stream, you can use LNG in your vehicle, you can use CNG in your vehicle, you can use LPG in your vehicle. You can do 2,000 kilometers without refueling. because it comes in what you call the cryogenic tank. What is the advantage of that? It enables you to use it in trucks that go long distances. So if a vehicle is traveling from Maiduguri to Port Harcourt, it is better it runs on liquefied natural gas
that's
not on
LNG.
On LNG and not on CNG. Meanwhile, CNG can go between 200 to 300 kilometers radius, so you can use it for urban use. That is compressed natural gas,
yes.
Simply because you only just compress it, not at a very, very low temperature. If you want to use cooking gas in your prime mover, again, I use the word prime mover to represent whether it is gasoline engine for your generator, or is it for your car, or for your truck, or for your power plant in the house. Is the same prime mover. All you just need to do is you put what you call a combustion kit, which is very, very affordable.